Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Monday, January the 5th, the year's 2026. Let's talk trading, weekly, open, and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. So, let's see what's going on here. And take a quick look at the month. We're 33 pips over the monthly open, 12 off the high, 76 off the low. And as you can see, we're in the upper wick zone of the previous month. Dropping down to the week, 43, 44 pips over the weekly open, about 7.5 off the high and 76 off the low. And we have one gap that did not fill, the dollar Canadian. We're putting in the opening range for the week. We're still within the opening range for the month. For the year, we're 35 pips above the yearly open, now 36, 9 off the high, and 80 off the low. Last week was an inside bar, and we are within that inside bar range. We had a daily inside bar 9 days ago. We're above that range. And the last time we had a yearly inside bar was 24 months ago. And so far we have 83 pips of range on the day. The Euro New Zealand's winning that race at 194 pips of range. You can see here we've crisscrossed that weekly open a couple of times. And looks like both times would have paid off if you weren't too greedy. And you know, it's funny. Some traders constantly ask about, when should they take profit? Because they'll look at a chart like this and so say maybe they took profit. They went long and they took profit right here. And then they come back later, or maybe they sit and they watch, and then price shoots up. And what happens is it messes with their mind, because when they took profit that first time, they were following their plan. And they're upset because they could have had more. And it's not necessarily a greed thing. It's more of a FOMO thing the next time. They remember, oh, if I would have only stuck with that trade. It's like I was just talking with Walmart, and he said he was in a trade. He was actually he had 5 trades going, 5 deals, and he said if he would have stuck in it, he would have made another 15 pips. That's 75 pips. He said he would have raked it in. But the thing is, he's not upset. It's like, you know what? He followed his plan. He's walking away with more pips than he started with for the day, and that's all that matters. It's just like some traders want to have a daily goal on the pips, and that's all well and good, but you can only take what the market gives you an opportunity to take, and sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you don't, and that's just it. So right now we can see that the green rats have feasted. It's now time for the red rats. So you just sit, you wait for your short signal, and chances are it'll pay off. But remember, these videos are for educational purposes only. Bambino Flex indicator was showing short. Pivot trading plan price near R1 short. And guess what? We're right near R1. In fact, we've already crossed it once. at 134.95 near the pivot short, and it looks like the first time it hit the pivot, that would have paid off. Not so much the second time. And so with this pivot trading plan, really, it's more of a one-shot type of thing. It's like you don't go to the well a second time. So if you took that first short, yeah. But after that, bets are off. Then the R1 the first time, yes. But I wouldn't look for it to happen again. Okay, so pivots. We've taken out today's pivot. And it looks like we still have those 4 or 5 missed pivots from last year. On the week, we still have 3 missed pivots from last year. And on the month, we've got 2 missed pivots from last year, and we've missed a pivot for the month of January 2026 so far. Just have to wait and see what happens. Oh, wow. Look at all that wick zone. We're in the wick zone. We've been in and out of the wick zone, but as you can see, that Friday candle was pretty much a doji. And so we're still within that candle range at the moment, even though we did break out of it to the downside. For the week, right now, 83 pips, 0 percentile. Notice here on the simple price action chart, mostly green. We're coming off the daily high right now by a few pips. Notice these trading ranges here on M30. Definitely enough pips where you should be able to pull some pips out of that. And over 10 for the last 12 hours. That's not bad. Indicator 2, green across the board. And you can see here, we got a highest low kicked off at 95. We can wait and see what happens with that. See, right now 34.61 would be the 50% retrace. The higher low trades paying off. You have a flip-flop box right there. That'd be paying off. But I see a 1 ball. I think I'd be ready to exit with maybe a pip or 2 profit. But then now it's pushed. So now you can wait. We just hit a 10% retrace price down to the 90. On the price action score, you can see there was 4 in a row right there. So picking up that flip-flop box or just 4 in a row, that would have paid off. Then you had 4 reds in a row. And then if you jumped in there, that would have paid off to the north. And so once again, you can't be too greedy. You can see here we had that 10%. Those trades you would have been up. still up 2 pips, but you would have been up almost 4 or 5 pips if you had taken that exit out with that one ball. And that's why I have that rule. See how things are setting up so far. 421 is the ATR for the month of January. The ATR percentage is at 21. And so for the fun of it, close minus open percent, 0.25. And year-to-date accumulated range is at 88. So we need 30 more pips to break January of 2024, which is the low of 118. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And then there was another trader had a question out there on YouTube, and I really didn't understand the question. So if you're watching, can you rephrase the question? He's wanting something about some boom or something. I'm not really sure what he's talking about, but there's so many traders are looking to indicators to make their decisions and make them money. But, it's kind of like, you can have the tool, but you have to know how to use it. So in a way, they kind of want a robot or an AI to do it for them. And the funny thing is that there's this new wave of, trading grifters or whatever. I think that's the best way to call them, because it's like, look, start trading with just $20 a month, Yeah, and by the end of the year, you'll be driving a Lambo, right? You just have to laugh because, this whole new generations that are coming up and coming out with this stuff. Because the thing is, if somebody has an AI or EA or a robot that can literally make money, they're going to pretty much control the market or own the market. Or they really will be driving their Lambo. But the funny thing is, they really can't own the market, because unless they're with some big, huge hedge fund that has trillions, you're not going to be able to make that much money. That's just the nature of it. Because if you're at some little retail broker, there's just certain limits. You'll have an order that's too big to get filled, and then what do you do? Especially if you're in profit, like sell. Nobody wants to buy, or you want to buy, and there's no liquidity for you to buy. So just something to keep in mind when you're seeing some of these ads. So, fellow traders, as always, I hope you had a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to trading, you need to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.